Hola seekers and bienvenidos to A Pick a Card with me, Kim. So as you can see by the theme of the setup here, in this reading with the assistance of Mother Mary and Mother Gaia, we will be connecting with the energy of the sea in order to find out what messages it has for you, as well as what treasures is it bringing up to the shore that are just for you. Now, if you do not resonate at all with receiving messages from the sea or ocean, take this as a message coming from your intuition or your inner feelings. Remember that the element of water is often associated with feelings, emotions, as well as your intuition. So in other words, we will discover what is it that your intuition is trying to currently be let known to you, as well as what blessings are coming your way. So these might be manifestations, news, or something that you are currently attracting. And we will not only be looking at the cards, but you will also be receiving an intuitive message, as well as a written message coming from our note jar. And if you would like to stick around for the end of this video, we will be answering some yes or no questions with the assistance of our pendulum and our pendulum chart. Now, we did receive some yes or no answers in the readings themselves through the written messages that were pulled out from the note jar. So if you have some questions, please keep them in mind as you choose your group. But if you have more than one question, then you're more than welcome to stick around for the end of the video to receive an answer through the pendulum. Okay, so we have 3 groups to choose from. The first group is represented by the turquoise crystal. For our second group, we have the blue calcite. And representing the third group is this stone that I do not know the name of because my sister found it on a sidewalk one day and decided to adopt it. So we'll just call it sandstone, okay? So as always, take as much time as necessary, pause the video if you need to, and whatever crystal here calls out to you, then that will be your group. And the timestamp for each group is provided in the comment section down below. Okay, so now that you've chosen your group, let's jump into your reading. Hola seekers who chose group 1, turquoise. So before we get into the reading, I'd like to speak a little about this crystal. So this one helps with stabilizing mood swings in order to instill a feeling of inner calm or inner peace. It also helps with exhaustion, lethargy, and depression. And this is a very good stone to assist with creative problem solving. Now, as I connected with the energy of this group, I did receive an intuitive message, which was stand by. So if arguments or conflicts start arising between you and another person or people, or between the people around you, Spirit is advising you not to get involved or to detach from the situation as best you can. Because at this moment, it is best to keep your space clean from any dense or heavy energies. Because when we react or when we respond, that is when we are actively choosing to engage and to exchange energies with the situation or with the person. I also feel like if any problem arises at this moment, do not feel like you have to respond or to react rather quickly, trying to find a solution. Spirit is asking you to wait a little, to stand by for just a moment, because I feel like the solution will come to you without much effort. It will work out in your favor at the end without you having to get very involved. Okay? But now we will move into the cards. So the first card we will be looking into is a direct message from the sea. For the first card, we have the 10 of Bows, responsibility. So the 10 of Bows is the 10 of Wands in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. And this card often speaks about a sense of burden, having a lot on your plate in terms to responsibilities or obligations. This can also represent feeling stressed or burnt out, as well as facing major challenges or struggles at the current moment. Yet, even though there's a lot of heavy connotations to this card, when this card does show up, it's also letting you know to keep on moving forward, to keep persevering and pushing through, because what is waiting for you at the end is something beautiful. It's either something that you have been trying to manifest, something that you have been trying to work very hard towards or for. Acknowledging the number 10, this is a number about completions, conclusions, and endings of cycles. So if currently you feel like you have been in this phase of your life which everything feels heavy, where you have to work very hard to get any type of results, be it in your job, in your career, in your studies, in your creative endeavors, or you feel like you're facing obstacle after obstacle, then please know that this cycle, this phase of your life is about to end. What your intuition, what the sea has been trying to tell you is that you're so close. You're almost there. They acknowledge and they know that you have been working very, very hard and that it has been a struggle. Yet they also see your perseverance and your sense of hope for the outcome that you're working towards too. And they just want you to know that there is a reason for this hope that you feel, because your dream has already been manifested in some shape or form. What you want is already set in place. It's already part of your timeline per se. All you need is to just walk a few more steps in order for you to get to that finish line, in order for you to get to that end goal. Now, I feel like this is more energy of consolation and also congratulations, because I feel like you guys have carried on your shoulders this immense responsibility. It might be the responsibility of your dreams. Now, if this is you sharing a dream with someone else, you might have also felt responsible for the other person that you're working on this dream with. And you were not only putting all of this effort for you and for your success, but you were also considering the other person. And that's a beautiful, selfless act. So we just want to acknowledge your efforts. We want you to know that we've seen you and we see you every step that you have taken thus far. And we have not abandoned you. Your dream has not abandoned you. Even though you might not see how close you are, please know that you're very, very close. And if you feel that tug, that pull, like a shift is happening energetically, or that something's about to change, then know that that is a confirmation that this cycle of struggle is about to end, because your blessings are coming in. And all this load that you've been feeling, if it's a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder, the workload is going to start lessening, but that doesn't mean that the revenue or that the acknowledgement or that the success itself is going to start diminishing. It's just the workload itself, the stress. And I feel like for some of you, this might be representing you reaching this type of community or meeting these people who resonate a lot with you. Either they have the same ambition as you, the same drive as you, or they believe in what you believe in, and possibly it's these people that will help you reduce this workload. Let's say if you own an Etsy shop, for example, right? And lately it's been very stressful because you're the one who's managing everything, then you are either going to reach a point where you can finally invest to find a group of people that can help you with certain parts of this business. So it could be like the ones who do the shipping or the ones who do the printing, something like that, so that you won't have all of this load on you. With this help, it will only increase your business, right? Because you will be able to do more and to do things more quickly without feeling burnt out yourself. So you yourself as the artist will have more time to have new creative ideas, to invest in your business more creatively. So now this was just an example. It doesn't have to be an Etsy shop. Apply it to your situation. This might also be in terms of to family. Maybe an opportunity arises in which you are able to have a little bit more free time and you can invest a little more in yourself, in your own hobbies, in taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Now, if this has nothing to do with business or family, if this is more of an inner struggle, let's say mental health, emotional health, some sense of well-being, then please know that again, this phase is going to end. We know it's been tough. We know it's been hard. And for some of you, this might even be a healing or a spiritual journey. And I feel like when you began this, you probably thought it was going to be all light and positive and magic everywhere. But as soon as you began this journey and started traversing it, then you started realizing that it wasn't, all rainbows and butterflies throughout the entire journey. There was going to be some ups and downs, and there was going to be some phases of this journey that really felt like you wouldn't be able to push through it. But you have pushed through it. You have healed immensely. You've done incredible work, and we acknowledge that, and we want you to know that you are so close. Whatever it is that you've been working for, whatever it is that you've been praying for, whatever it is that you've been trying to see manifested within yourself or in your external reality to validate this healing journey you have gone through, you will start seeing it very, very, very soon. Okay, but now I'm going to move into the next card. And this one is to show us what the sea is bringing up to the shore for you. Now, whatever this card reveals to us is the reason for why your intuition has been trying to let this be known to you, okay? So we have the Ace of Bows, a spark of life. So the Ace of Bows is the Ace of Wands in the Rider-Waite Tarot, and aces always speak of new beginnings. But this ace is associated with the element of fire, and fire is all about creativity, passion, and action. So this new beginning is a result from either a creative spark or from taking action in regards to something. Now it's funny because in the intuitive message we received, stand by. And Spirit was asking you not to take any immediate action if any problems or obstacles arise for you. Now I feel it is because all of this energy of struggles and obstacles and things having to be hard for you is finally ending. So Spirit doesn't want you to be involved in any more of that chaos, because I feel things are coming full circle for you. So things are resolving itself out without you needing to put any of your energy into it, because this new beginning of passion and action is one that doesn't come with chaos or struggle. It's one that doesn't come with conflicts and burdens. As you can see, we have the number 10 here, and then we have an ace, which is a 1. This is like a beautiful combination to have because they are even from the same suit, bows, right? So this phase of struggle is ending, and this beautiful new beginning, it's more about needing to take action, but because it inspires you in a positive way. It's not so much because of a necessity, but it's because you want to take this action, because you know it's leading you towards something beautiful, towards exactly what it is that you want. So again, if you have been trying to manifest something, let's say success in your independent business or in terms of your creative endeavors, then please know that that is exactly what is coming towards you. And that is the reason why Spirit, the ocean, your intuition here, has been telling you to keep pushing through because you're almost there. See how we have fire here? And then that's exactly what we have in this Ace of Bows. I feel like all this time you've been working very hard to spark this fire, and finally it's being sparked. Now, please know that this new beginning isn't just coming to you as a blessing from the universe. This is something that you worked hard for. This is something that you made happen. And we want to congratulate you for all of the effort that you put into it and for never giving up on your dream and on yourself. Because with all this fire energy, I'm seeing a sense of great hope and faith, not only in the universe or in the outcome, but in yourself. Possibly when other people didn't believe in you, you didn't stop believing in yourself. And even though there were moments of doubt, you never called quits. You kept pushing through. And now you're going to see the validation of all that work that you put into this. Now, if some of you, this is like a creative blockage, you haven't had any new ideas coming in, again, then please know that this is an influx of creativity coming in for you. As I mentioned with the previous example, maybe there was a lot on your plate and you weren't able to fully give all of your energy to your creative projects. But now this load is being lifted off you so that you can have more space and more energy to give into your creativity, to give creatively to your business, to your career, even to your family. This might be having more of yourself, of your energy, in order to share with your family or your loved ones, being more emotionally present with them, being physically present with them. And again, if this is some inner struggle, then I do see with this arrow coming down, I do see a sense of grounding and feeling a resurgence of passion and joy for life, but especially in terms to your future. Maybe you were very wrapped up in this situation of struggle, of fear, of it always having to be hard for you, and you couldn't really see the light of day, or you had absolutely no inspiration or motivation to visualize a future for yourself, or one that you actually felt motivated to walk towards. And then all of a sudden, all of this kind of lifts away. I'm getting like a fogginess in your mind. Then that is when you get the inspiration to start either working on the foundations for your future, or to start visualizing a future that you really want to work towards to. Now, the Ace of Bows can represent often a creative idea that comes in, and that you finally get the initiative and the motivation to begin, to actually put in the work to make it happen, to manifest it. So if you have some skills or talents, I see you building on those skills, polishing them, and creating something beautiful out of it. And the last card is just a clarifier to see any other little gifts that the sea is blessing you with. And we have Blossom. Yeah, this is such a beautiful energy. So I'm seeing a lot of growth here. As I mentioned before, if you have been going through a healing or spiritual journey, please know that you have been blossoming, yet sometimes when we're in the journey, we don't see that within ourselves. But I feel like a situation will arise, something will happen that will be like kind of like an epiphany for you, that will help you realize that you have been blossoming, that you have been growing. This is kind of reaching that metamorphosis, finally breaking out of the cocoon and realizing that, hey, I'm finally a butterfly. Now I can enjoy the flowers. Now I can enjoy the blessings. If this is again a creative idea, or in terms of a business, I do see it blossoming and growing for you guys. And if this is just any dream, as we were talking about, that you are working towards to, please know again that it is coming in for you. And with this blossom, I'm getting the energy of spring. So possibly you will be seeing your manifestation this spring. Now, I just got with this arrow communication. I know this is one energy, but we do have the arrow here. So if you've been waiting on some communication or to receive a certain message, I do feel like that is coming in for you in spring. And I feel like from this communication, something beautiful will grow and blossom. So if this is like a romantic offer, or you've had a crush on somebody and you sent your intentions out there and you're waiting back on this person, or you decide to send your intentions out there in spring, then please know that you will be receiving a reply. And I do see like a beautiful relationship blossoming from this communication. And with this, I'm seeing also grounding. So again, if some of you were working through, because we did receive mood swings with this stone. If some of you were working through, your emotions and stuff like that, I'm seeing you being more balanced, becoming more balanced, more grounded, more centered. And I'm getting like you finally reaching the land, the paradise. Because see how this is like there's no flowers here. It's all like dry and stone. I'm seeing you finally reaching like this beautiful space, this beautiful place. So this could be a new residence, a new home, a new state, a new country in which you feel more at home in, more at peace or safe. This can again be just a mental space, reaching that mental space in which you feel safe. I'm getting like beautiful, in which you feel beautiful. I know that hearing that we're beautiful and really believing that we are two different things. So this is you finally believing it and feeling it within yourself. And I'm getting seeing the beauty and the wonder in the world, seeing the love. Now I would like to pull out a message for you guys from the note jar. So we have one. You've asked, I've listened, yes is the answer. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity, some comfort. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings, so if you're interested in going on a seeking journey with me, then please head on over to the description box where all the information is provided. Thank you so much for joining, and until next moment, bye bye. Hola seekers who chose group 2, the blue calcite. So before we get into the reading, I like to speak a little about this crystal. So this one right here is a crystal that helps soothe and relax the emotional body. It also assists with protecting our aura as well as our mental body. And as I connected with the energy of this group, I did receive an intuitive message as well as some sensations. So I received the message passing by, and I felt a lot of activity at the crown of my head. So I associate this with the crown chakra as well as the mental body. So I feel that this group is working with their mental body at this moment. Please know that we have different bodies. We have our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our energetical body or light body. Our mental body has to do a lot with our thoughts and perception. So be it consciously or unconsciously, at this moment, Spirit is working with you to cleanse your mental body. Now, this might be from any negative thinking, traumas, or subconscious beliefs that are really hindering your growth or your healing progress. So if you feel like a lot of memories are resurfacing or old belief systems that you no longer really resonate with, I feel that that is maybe a confirmation that you are clearing out residual energy to get you more aligned to your current timeline. Okay, so now I'm going to be moving into the cards. So the first card is a direct message from the sea. So this might be something that you're being asked to focus on, become aware of. So we have the Seven of Stones, healing. Okay, so the Seven of Stones is the Seven of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. And this card speaks about things coming to fruition. It's about reaping your rewards, your hard work finally paying off. So with all this beautiful energy, this card also oftentimes speaks about perseverance, right? Sometimes when we're working on something and we don't see the rewards of it, we can get a little disappointed and unmotivated by the whole journey. But I feel like this here is a congratulations, because even though you felt a little disappointed at times, or you began to question, you never gave up. And because this is an energy of healing, it's more of you never gave up on yourself. So some of you, very much like group 1, might be on some healing or spiritual journey. And again, the healing journey is not an easy one. Also the spiritual journey, right? When we embark on a spiritual journey, we kind of have to go through the healing journey. So it's not always light and positivity. There's moments where it feels very, very dark. And it's in those moments where it's very crucial to be connected with our spirit and to integrate all of that spiritual wisdom that we have acquired thus far. That's why at times we feel like we're being tested, because that's when we need to use all of our tools to get us out of those dark moments. So as I mentioned with group 1, when we are in the healing journey, sometimes it feels like it's taking forever. Sometimes we feel like we haven't healed at all. Or when we feel like we have finally healed, something comes to the surface and it makes us feel like we're taking 2 steps back, or we're running sort of on a treadmill, right? But with the 7 stones, we want you to know that you've been progressing beautifully on your healing journey, and you have healed a lot. Now, this will be different for all of you. Some of these might be emotional woundings, some might be more in regards, as I was mentioning in the intuitive message, to mental health, mental well-being. For some, it might even be something to do with your physical body. And as I mentioned before, it feels like it's been quite a long journey. And if you feel like you're about to give up, or you feel a bit hopeless in regards to this journey of yours because you haven't seen exactly what you've been working for, you don't feel like you've done any progress, or you feel like your life is in stagnation, please know that you will start seeing the rewards of it pretty soon. Now, if this is not just like a healing or spiritual journey, if you've been trying to make amends in regards to a relationship, or you've been trying to heal your relationship with your work, not just with the person, maybe you've been trying to heal your business because it hasn't been doing so well, and you've been doing this by incorporating new ideas, by shifting things around, by taking a time out or taking a rest for yourself in order to find what is not quite working so that you can change that and improve your situation, please know that all of the steps that you have taken thus far have been working in your favor. And I feel like Spirit is like applauding you in the background because you have done such a beautiful job, especially if you have taken the time to step back, to give yourself a moment, give this, maybe the relationship, some space, even like if it's a relationship with your work, giving a distance between you and it so that you can really see it from a different perspective and give yourself a bit of a breather. Because I'm getting the sense of like meditating and grounding, going within, contemplation, introspection. So if some of you are actually practitioners, so healers, be it you do energy work or Reiki, tarot readings, mediumship, etc., and you have been trying to give your services to others, and again, you haven't been seeing much progress in regards to this, please know that you have kind of thus far been laying the foundations for your business or for your practice, and I am seeing the fruition of all of this coming to you very, very soon. I especially feel like at this moment you're kind of figuring out where you stand in terms to your own practice, how it is that you want to give healing to others, or how you want to connect to others, what it is that you want to focus on, or how best you can express your abilities or work with them. So this is more like laying the foundation at this moment, getting more acquainted with your own practice, so that when you do start working with others, you will be a little bit more confident in self, in your abilities, and what energies you're connecting to and what you're working with. And also so that you can help build stronger boundaries and a safe space. Now, this might not just be like some spiritual practice or metaphysical. This can be being a nurse, right? Being a masseur, a therapist, a psychiatrist. So this is anything that helps heal or helps assist others in their own healing journeys. Now, for those of you who resonate a lot with the masculine energy, so who are more concentrated on work, always being in action, on constantly creating things, I feel that at this moment you have been connecting more with your feminine side and finding balance between your feminine and masculine aspects. Remember that we all hold masculine and feminine energies within us, and that helps create balance. If you lean more towards the feminine side, which is more about the imagination, nurturing, envisioning, then I feel you are connecting more with your masculine energy. So that means putting your visions into fruition, working on them, making them real. So please know that you have been laying your foundations through how you have been accepting your healing, how you've been working through it, and with it, you are finding balance within self, and as well as strengthening your own skills, abilities, so that you can now put them forward. So it's sort of like finding yourself. That's what you've been doing thus far, because I'm seeing this circle as protection, like a safe space, so that once you come out of this circle, you're fully grounded in self and nothing will easily tip you over or uproot you. So again, this might be in terms to your practice, your mental well-being, mental state, emotional state. If this is not just healing yourself, this can also be a relationship, as I mentioned before. And I am seeing it being more stable and more cohesive. Okay, so please do not give up. Please do not lose hope, because I am seeing beautiful progress for you guys and favorable outcomes coming towards you. Okay, so the next card is here to let us know what the sea is bringing up to the shore for you. So these might be blessings, manifestations, good news, or something that you are currently attracting. Now, whatever this card reveals to us is the reason for why your intuition or the sea has been trying to let this be known to you. Okay? So perfect. You see, you guys, we have the Four of Bows, a celebration. So the Four of Bows is the Four of Wands in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. And this speaks about happy families. It's about community, as we have here, celebration, success, and unity. I often see this as teamwork. Now, we were talking about relationships here, and I like to point out how we have these two people here holding hands, and then we have these two cups. So the Two of Cups always denotes partnerships, at least for me, and that's what I'm getting here. So again, if you have been working on your relationships, if maybe this is about you going to counseling or marriage therapy, is that what it's called, or anything of the sort that is helping you heal or mend a bond, then I do see success in regards to that, because this right here feels like such a beautiful connection. It's one where no one is jealous or envious of the other. There's mutual respect here, and the success of one is the success of the other, because all they want is to see the other person happy. Right? And with this blazing fire in the background, I'm getting like passion and creativity, but it also feels like such an immense emotional fulfillment. So again, it's when two fires combine, then this massive fire here is able to be birthed. If it's not like a romantic relationship, this might even be a collaboration, right? Or as I mentioned, a relationship with your work. It's finally you finding this common ground, right? You giving it some fuel and it giving back to you in terms of inspiration. And then something beautiful is able to grow out of it. Because if it is a collaboration with this other person, I feel like you both are very highly creative individuals. Maybe the way that you work is very different, but when you put your ideas together, we have this blazing fire. It's like you guys are unstoppable. It's like a power couple dynamic here. And I am seeing other people here in the background, so I do sense like a community. So this is finding a community of people who, again, work with you and want the best for you, right? Your success is their success, because all you guys want is to see each other thriving and to see each other happy. Now, we were talking about reaping your rewards with the Seven of Stones, and look what we have here. You know, it's like reaping your harvest. So whatever you've been working, whatever you've been harvesting, you're finally getting the outcome of that. If this is a healing journey, I am seeing victory here. This might be you feeling happy, joyful. This is you celebrating life and celebrating it with your loved ones, with people that are happy to see you thriving. And I feel like for most of you, if this is a healing journey, there has been a lot of people on your side that have been with you through this journey. And so you finding or you reaching a level of healing, then these people are as excited as you and they're celebrating with you because they've seen your work, they've seen how much effort you put into this, and they know it wasn't easy, but they never doubted for 1 second that you will come out of this victorious. Now, if this is you trying to, again, start a business, I do see you connecting with others, and I see you forming friendships, very strong bonds through this business of yours. So if some of you are deciding to become spiritual practitioners or healers, then this might be entering a spiritual community or a specific community. I'm just seeing forming strong bonds, strong friendships. This might even be finding your soul sisters or your soul brothers or just your soul tribe. Because we have the green woman here, which denotes divine feminine energy, and we have all these, well, at least the representation of females here. I am getting a lot of like divine feminine energy. So if you have been working on trying to connect with that more or heal that, then again, I'm seeing you victorious in regards to that. This might be embracing your sensuality, your sexuality. This might be embracing your creativity, being more receptive to your blessings, being more receptive to your own power, feeling empowered as a woman, or feeling empowered by that feminine energy. All of a sudden I got witches. So if you've been trying to find your witch sisters, I feel like that's coming in pretty soon for you guys. I feel like energy is more of embracing yourself without any shame, without any guilt. Finding the beauty in who you are. It's very similar to also group 1. Okay, but the last card is to show us any other little gift that the sea is bringing in for you guys. And then we have intuition. So yes, if you guys are, again, some spiritual practitioners delving into the metaphysics, then I feel like your intuition will be strengthened. I also feel like there is this reduction in the fear and anxiety, because now you are connected more to your divine energy, to your spirit, thus your intuition. So whenever you feel conflicted about something, all you need to do is take a step back, meditate if that is something that you do, and then the answer comes to you without you needing to search for it, without you needing to work so hard for it. And because with this crystal, we were getting the message of clearing the mental body, I feel like this is also about clearing your crown chakra. And the crown chakra is where we receive messages from higher beings, so from your higher self. And I also feel like whatever you have been picking up on, that you've been telling yourself, I know this is going to happen. I know this is meant for me. I can feel it. But for the longest time, you haven't seen any validation or confirmation. I feel that this is talking about receiving that validation and confirmation finally. So this is just proving to yourself that, yep, once again, your intuition was right. And the bear reminds me a lot of feminine energy as well. So I'm seeing a lot of feminine energy here. What that is letting me know is that you're allowing yourself to receive your blessings now. Before, you might have been a little resistant, but now you're allowing it to come to you. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out a message from our note jar. It's okay to ask for help. So remember how we were talking about marriage or marriage therapy or counseling? If this is not only in terms to relationships, if you yourself as an individual need and want for a safe space in order to speak about what is going in your mind, what is going on emotionally with you, then know that it is okay to ask for help. It is okay to seek for guidance from professionals, from whoever it is that you feel comfortable, and know that it is safe, okay? Because the help will be given to you. It will not be denied. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next moment, bye-bye. Hello seekers who chose this crystal that I don't know the name of because my sister found it on the sidewalk. Firstly, before we get into the cards, I did receive an intuitive message as I connected with the energy of this group, and that is the message of settle down. Now, this group feels very earthy to me. It might be the appearance of the stone, but the energy feels a little bit more practical. So some of you might be looking to settle down or to create foundations, be it in terms to a business or let's say a relationship, a family. I do sense a bit of an urgency and some fear at the same time. Like there's urgency but hesitancy. I feel Spirit just wants you to know that there is no rush For some of you, that might be irritating to hear, but they really want you to know that there is no rush, that what is meant for you will not leave you, will not pass you by. What you want and desire for yourself will happen, and you will know when it is it, okay? But now I'm going to move into the cards. So the first card is a direct message from the sea. Now, if you do not resonate with receiving a message from the sea or the ocean, then take it as a message coming directly from your inner feelings, from your intuition, from that deep gut knowing, okay? So we have the Knight of Stones, the horse. Okay, so the Knight of Stones is the Knight of Pentacles. So this often denotes someone who is practical, patient, responsible, can be a bit stubborn at times, yet also very persistent. And it's interesting because the energy of persistence was also very prevalent in the other two groups. So something is going on with the collective at this moment. But back to this reading, I feel this Knight of Stones is representing your energy. And as I was picking up with the intuitive message, I am getting again this sense of fear or of hesitancy. As you can see, we have the horse here, and the horse is meant to denote a very grounding energy. Yet in this image, we have a horse that is up in the air. None of its hooves are on the ground. So it feels like a very flighty energy. Now I'm noticing how there's a clear-cut path here, but how the horse has chosen to divert himself from that path. Something has spooked it, something has had it up and running, turning in a different direction. Okay, so I had to pause for this group because I'm getting two messages here. I feel like I have to state this one first. If you were in a relationship with someone and this person, I don't know why I'm getting the word ghosted you. I don't usually use that word, but if that is the case, or this person has left the relationship, or is someone that you feel is quite flighty, meaning they're in, they're out. If an argument arises, instead of sitting down with you and trying to find a solution, a common ground, they decide to exit the relationship. And you've been trying to hold on to this person, but the more that you hold on, the more energetically drained you feel, the more exhausted, the more you feel like you're losing your ground. Spirit just wants to comfort you and let you know that this is not your fault, that this has nothing to do with you. This is more of a personal, I don't like to call it issue, but something that the other person is working through. Now, in a way this message is hard to give, but okay, now it is best if at this moment you do not rely so much on this person, be it emotionally, be it financially, because this person is not stable at this moment. I don't feel like this flighty energy is going to change anytime soon. Again, this is something that they're working through, and I feel like possibly they even themselves haven't realized that they do this, or that they even want to work on it. So if you're looking for a more grounded and stable partner, then I feel like this person might not be it for you at this moment. I'm not saying that they will not change. It's just that I don't feel that they will be changing or making any changes anytime soon. Now, the second message I'm getting is if you're about to embark or begin something, but you're not very confident in it, and it's not so much because you're not confident in yourself, but because the situation itself doesn't feel quite right to you, then I feel it's your intuition trying to let you know that possibly this is not, I wouldn't say the right path for you, but it's not the best path for you. Even though it might feel like a very clear-cut path, like it's very promising, it might even feel like a shortcut, that it will lead you faster to your desired outcome, it still might not be the best for you. This path might be one that either will have you going against your beliefs, your morals, or it just doesn't feel like it's very in sync with you, with what you're going for. I'm not saying it won't lead you to your desired outcome, but I feel like the journey itself might not be how you want to get to your end goal. Like the experience might not be the best one. So again, please, 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 not just because I said or you heard in a reading that this is not the path for you, then you decide to not take it. Always, always, always use discernment. Take a moment to really ground and connect with self and see whether this doubt here, this confliction is coming from a space of fear, or it's actually your intuition, your spirit telling you something is not quite right here. So this is like signing a contract, starting a business venture, partnering with somebody else. Then if you can look at the details, inform yourself a little bit more, get more information, then please do so. Prepare yourself before embarking on anything. If this is, again, committing to someone and you've seen some red flags, do not just dismiss those red flags. I know that no one is perfect. I know that we are all working through something. But if there's something that really, really does not sit right with you, just do not feel comfortable about it at all. Please do not dismiss that, okay? Pay attention to all of those little details, no matter how small you perceive them to be. And even though other people might be telling you, no, this is a really good offer, you should take it, but you yourself do not feel right about it, then always follow your gut. Always follow your heart. Follow what you think is best for you, okay? Because I feel like you are right. Whatever this is about, you are right. So feel like moving to the next card, and this card will give us information on what the sea is bringing up to the shore for you. So this might be a blessing, good news, a manifestation, something that you are currently attracting. And whatever this card is going to reveal to us is the reason for which your intuition or the sea wanted this message to be let known to you. So, yep, we have the 8 of Vessels, rebirth. So the 8 of Vessels is the 8 of Cups in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. And the 8 of Cups talks about walking away from something, letting go. It's about also withdrawing from a situation in order to seek the truth. This card can also speak about emotional strength as well as courage. So sometimes it takes a lot of courage to walk away from something, right? So as I was feeling with this Knight of Stones, if something does not feel right for you, then it is okay to walk away from it. And I feel like the blessing that's coming in for you is this energy of rebirth. Once you choose to follow your intuition, to follow what your inner gut has been telling you, as well as your inner feelings, because we do have vessels here. This is the element of water, which connects with feelings and emotions as well as intuition. So if this is in regards to, it doesn't just have to be relationships. It can also be committing to a project, a work situation, a career, whatever it may be. But if you were to look deep within your heart, if you were to connect with your inner feelings and see how you truly feel about this situation or person, then would you stay or would you go? This is no longer about should you stay or should you go, right? Because when we use the word should, it's kind of like letting another person tell us what to do. This is about you. What do you want? What do you feel is best for you? So I feel like, again, this is about connecting with your true feelings about the situation, about a person, and then making your decision based on that. And being upfront about it, being honest about it. So again, if you do decide to walk away from something, I'm seeing you breaking a cycle that you have been repeating that possibly you haven't even noticed you've been in. So again, if this is in terms to relationships, and as I mentioned with the very first interpretation, that you usually feel like you hold on to the relationship, or that you put most of the effort and you feel energetically drained, emotionally drained, because that's what I'm getting here. See how we have all these waters here pouring onto other cups? I feel like you give a lot to others and you allow yourself to be filled by other people's worries, by other people's problems, and that energy gets recycled over and over and over again. And so there's not much progress, and there's not much sense of fulfillment or of joy, possibly. So if that is the case, then you deciding to let go will allow you to finally break away from this cycle and find freedom. It's like pouring completely over and then becoming part of this river. And it's that energy of rebirth, because now I see you moving towards your path, toward the path that is meant for you, that is of you. Now it's you choosing where to go instead of being led by others. And I feel like this energy here is also to let you know that there is more out there, that you don't have to settle. You can settle down. You can find that foundation and a grounding. You can find that safety and security that you've been looking for, but you don't have to settle for situations or people that do not truly match you. So I do see you reclaiming back your energy, so you can have the strength and the courage to move into a better situation that is more fitted for you, that will allow you to actually grow and to demonstrate all of your potential, be it creatively, be it emotionally, be it just as a being. Because I feel like recently you haven't been allowed or given space to fully show up as you. Because again, I feel like you've either been invested in others or in other situations that you haven't given yourself enough space to really concentrate on you, to get to know you, yourself a little bit more. We do have this waterfall, this river here, and we don't know where the river goes, but I feel like this river is leading to the sea, to the ocean. And that feels like vastness for me, like opportunities, limitlessness. That's you embracing spirit, becoming spirit, embracing yourself. So maybe you feel like there's only limited possibilities for you, or that your life was meant to only look one way. But now you're releasing yourself from this mentality. It's like opening the windows and seeing outwards and seeing that there's an entire world out there ready for you to explore it. And that it is your choice whether you want to venture out into that and find your new place, find your new home, find new opportunities for yourself, meet new people. Possibly you've always had similar relationships, or you always interacted with the same kind of people, but now it's you discovering that there's other types of relationships, other types of connections that can be as fulfilling and are more reciprocal, are more balanced and fair. Water also reminds me of creativity. So again, if this is like a project or a business idea, a hobby, a career that you were thinking about committing full time in, but again, you were a bit iffy about it, I feel like if you choose to not only commit to this one thing, then you open yourself to all of these other creative outlets. It's like you become more fluid, not so restricted. So it's sort of like not forcing yourself to do one thing or to go one way in regards to something, but it's exploring many avenues, delving into various different things, or realizing that you can actually do various different things at once. You don't have to just settle for one thing. And even though you are doing different things, you do find a foundation, you do find a place to settle down in. It's like the settling down feels like security for me, finding something stable, finding stability. So I do see you coming into that. But the last card is a clarifier, and just to see what other extra little gift the sea is bringing in for us. And we do have the worker here. So yes, so the worker represents a working energy. It also talks about community and prosperity, wealth, and also, as one of the viewers once mentioned in the comment section, it talks about creativity. So for those of you looking for employment with this worker card, I do see a job offer coming in, as well as being accepted into a new workplace. And this work situation feels more aligned with you. It feels more equal and fair in its exchange of giving and receiving. So this can be a better paying job, or just the work environment in itself is more respectful, more harmonious. So again, if you reject this offer that does not feel very right to you, do not feel like you are missing out on an opportunity, because I feel like the right offer is coming in for you as soon as you walk away from this old thing. Now, if it's not just a job situation, this can be a new creative idea or a new opportunity to collaborate with someone that, again, is more aligned with you, with your core values, with your morals, with your standards. I'm just seeing a favorable outcome after all of this confusion. So as I was mentioning, I do see you guys finding stability, finding that security that you seek. I also feel like finding your community. As I mentioned, this can be finding new connections, forming new relationships that are more aligned with you. So again, if something doesn't work out, if a relationship doesn't work out, or let's say if you are very excited about signing this deal, doing this collaboration, beginning this project, and something doesn't work out that prevents you from moving forward in this, please know that it is a saving grace, because I feel like this wasn't going to lead you to the best outcome, or wasn't going to work in your best favor. And so it's sort of like a divine intervention, and know that even though it might seem at this moment that things are being blocked for you and that they're not working out for you, it's totally the opposite. Things are working out for you beautifully. Again, this is like a saving grace, like dodging a bullet, because what universe, spirit, your higher self is doing is leading you, redirecting you towards the best direction for your most favorable outcome. And as we were mentioning before, I also see you opening up more to your creative abilities, or your talents, or your skills, and noticing that you can, your skills can be implemented into various different arenas or works. It doesn't just have to look one way or have to serve one purpose only. So if that was your fear, possibly settling for one thing, then please know that you don't have to do that, okay? And the bee does produce honey, so I am seeing a lot of financial stability and abundance coming in for you. And it's not abundance only in finances. I feel it also in terms of like emotional fulfillment. Like whatever path you decide to take after walking away from this one will lead you to a lot of emotional fulfillment. And even though you might work a little harder on this, meaning, let's say if you're aiming for a level of recognition or a level of abundance, it might take a little while to get to that. But even though it's longer, I feel like the journey to it is more fulfilling than if you were to take this path that probably would have given you a shortcut, but the path itself would not have been a happy one or a fulfilling one. I don't know, I'm just getting like a lot of people might be disappointed that you didn't take this obvious path, but for you it was like the best option not to do so, because this path is just the one that is for you. Like it inspires you, it motivates you, you're more relaxed in it, you're happy, you're fulfilled. And other people might not understand that, but it doesn't matter because you're okay. All that matters is that you're okay. Okay, but now I'm going to pull out a message from the note jar. And we have no. Okay, Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next moment, bye-bye. Hello Seekers, and welcome to the yes or no portion of this reading. So we have 3 options to choose from, each represented by a beautiful sea treasure. So if you have more than one question, then you can assign a question to each treasure here. And if you only have one question in mind, then please take a moment, ask your question, and whatever sea treasure calls out to you, then that will be your pick. So we have option 1, option 2, and option 3. So I'll give you a moment to ask your question. Okay, and now we will receive some answers. So for those of you who chose option 1, so for those who chose option 1, the answer is a yes. Okay, for those of you who chose option 2, okay, so we have a maybe for those who chose option 2. And for those of you who chose option 3, this is your answer. Okay, so we have a no for option 3. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this portion of the reading. I hope this served as validation and confirmation, and that it was some very good news for all of you. Wishing you a magical rest of your day, and if it's nighttime and you're going off to sleep, then I'm wishing you some magical and beautiful dreams. Thank you so much for being here, and until the next moment, bye bye!